That's why I refuse to quit. South Carolina will vote on Saturday, but on Sunday, I'll still be running for president. I'm not going anywhere. Some people used to say I was running because I really wanted to be vice president. I think I've pretty well settled that question. At the end of the day, the only candidate who's helping Joe Biden is Donald Trump. Because Trump is the only Republican Biden can beat. The Democrats know it. They don't even try and conceal it. They don't even try to conceal the glee at the prospect of running against Trump. They want to win. So they want the guy they've already beaten time and again. It's not normal to spend $50 million in campaign contributions on personal court cases. It's not normal to threaten people who back your opponent. And it's not normal to call on Russia to invade NATO countries. Donald Trump has done all of that and more in just the past month. Look, I've said it many times. I think Donald Trump was the right president at the right time. But times change, and so has Trump. He's gotten more unstable and unhinged. He spends more time in courtrooms than he does on the campaign trail. He refuses to debate. He's completely distracted, and everything is about him. He's so obsessed with his own demons from the past, he can't focus on delivering the future Americans deserve. I wish Michael was here today, and I wish our children and I could see him tonight, but we can't. He's serving on the other side of the world, where conflict is the norm, where terrorists hide among the innocent, where Iran's terrorist proxies are now attacking American troops.
Thank you so much.
It's great to be back here. Thank you so much for coming out. It's a great day in South Carolina. Make sure you go tell everybody you know that they need to vote in this primary. You'd be surprised at how many of your family and friends just vote in general elections. In a general election, we're given a choice. In a primary, we make our choice.
So here we are. Election day is on Saturday. And a year ago this week, I announced I was running for president. And it's been quite the roller coaster. And when I look at how far we've come, there were 14 people in the race. We've defeated a dozen of the fellas. I just got one more fella I got to catch up to. And the night of the New Hampshire election, if you were watching, Donald Trump was unhinged. He didn't expect me to get 43%. He talked about revenge. He criticized my dress. Then the next day he went and he said anybody that supports her is barred permanently from MAGA. The issue is, if you're running for president of the United States, It's all about addition. You want people to come in. You don't want to push people away. Then he had a court case that he lost, and he went on another rant, and he talked about being a victim. Now, the problem with what happened in New Hampshire, and the problem with what happened after the court case, was at no point did he ever talk about the American people. Now, he said himself he's going to spend more time in a courtroom than on the campaign trail. We can't win like that. That's the problem, is we all want to see our country turned around. But in order to turn our country around, you have to actually win. I was proud to serve America in his administration. But the truth of the matter is, chaos follows him. Everywhere he goes, chaos follows him. And we can't be a country in disarray in a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos. We won't survive it. And I don't know enough about what's involved in these court cases and not. I really don't. I'm focused on the issues. I'm not focused on his court cases. But what I do know is he's going to be in court in March and April. He's going to be in a different court in April and May. He himself has said he's going to be spending more time in a courtroom than he is on the election trail. How do you win an election that way? You can't win an election if you're spending more time in court than you are on the campaign trail. You just can't do it. But then also, let's look at what are the American people saying? Because that's what I care about. 70% of Americans say they don't want Trump and Biden to be their only choices. Percent of Americans think that Joe Biden's too old and think that Donald Trump's too old to be running for president. It is time that we finally put the past behind us and elect a new generational conservative leader. Election on Saturday, and now you have the ability to vote early, and you should. But what does this come down to? This comes down to, do we want more of the same, or do we want to go in a new direction? More of the same is not just Joe Biden. More of the same is also Donald Trump. We need to look at the fact that if we want to make real changes in our country, we have to win. You have to win. And I'm telling you, we will have a female president of the United States. The hard truth, it's either going to be me or Kamala Harris.